Good morning, everyone. Speaker for today's Tech Talk session is Thusitha Dissanayake, and he will be speaking on Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM Basics with Sales module in Functional Aspect. Over to Thusitha.
Thanks, Tina. Good morning, everybody. So, welcome to our Dynamics 365 Customer Engagement Session Series. Before starting this session, so I'd like to mention that this area, at least the functional area, is not something that we can cover in half an hour. It will take hours, but I will try to wrap up as much as possible and at least cover within 45 minutes. So, I'm sorry, guys, I won't be able to cover this up within the 30 minutes, definitely. But I'll try to minimize the extended time. Here I am trying to run through only the basic features, and if you are interested in any area that we can do some other tech talks or training sessions or only few, so we can give as our usual trainings within our team. Right. Then I'd like to mention the next thing that I'm focusing on the functional aspect. So why the functional aspect is more important to us? The thing is, so if you are a good BA and you know the functional things and the out of the box customization, you can be a functional consultant. And then for the developers, why this is important? Because if you are a developer and if you do not have a good understanding of this functional area, so you will end up with by having big issues in developing a solution. It's like that you are developing something without knowing double OP in programming. So think that in that manner. So think an intern who don't know double OP and a solution architect who has a broad understanding with and who design a solution. It's like that. So you need to have a good understanding. So before going to the next slide, I will give you such a example as well. So once we have a really funny, I don't know the exact word is funny. So we had an experience, all experience with a client that he wanted to create the case entity which is already have in CRM. So finally it's going to be a big disaster. So if you don't know the basic concept proper and you are going to design a solution, so then it will end up in a big disaster, having the collapsing the program or any other big issues when the Microsoft gives more updates, right? Then when we go to the Microsoft Dynamics application suite, Microsoft has provided the Microsoft application suite as well as the Power Platform, so we can use these in our businesses. So without knowing any code, even we can go for implementing solutions, so up to a certain level. For an example, right, from the person who sells the sweep tickets in the road to the multinational companies like Microsoft, Apple, all these has customers. All these companies has customers, as well as they have suppliers who provide goods, services to them, as well as they have to exchange money likewise. So Dynamics 365 is an application suite which we can use to manage all these processes. So we are planning to conduct a series of sessions, and this is the sales module. And then I will before introducing the capabilities, I will get an example, so we can go through this example and see what we can do in our sales process, right? And why we need a sales app, right? So to describe this, right, so as I said, I will get an example. So you know the companies which make homes, think that it's Celico Homes, Skills Homes, whatever, the Prime Lands Homes, they have the housing complex, the companies which build housing complex. So what they do actually, they buy a land and then they build houses, and then they sell these to the customers. To sell these things, right, they need salesmen, right? And then these salespeople interact with the customers. They interact with thousands of customers per day, and then they keep track of this data. For example, name, email, phone numbers, which kind of a house they are looking for, then how much money they can spend on these things, and like the detail like this. So apart from that, they need to track that when they are going to buy the house, it means that in near future or in a year likewise, or are they waiting for a bank loan, and then we need to track all these data. So if we don't not collect this data properly, so we won't be able to communicate with the clients properly, and we won't be able to proceed with this. So then we can use the dynamic CRM sales module is one of the best applications that we have to automate this process, right? And is this only for the salesperson? No. In a think that in a company perspective, and in the perspective of top management or the company owners, what's their main consideration? So it's money, right? That in a company wise, they need to know how much money we have earned in the past, and how much we are going to earn in this month, as well as how much money that we will earn in the next month. So likewise, so the managers can then have a proper idea that whether we are going to get what's our pipeline, and what we are going to get in the near future and the next month, in the next year likewise. So they can properly plan, so they can get insights as well. So not only that one, so think about that for the sales reps, right? It's not like the normal employees. They most of the times they get their amount of salary that they get or the bonus on depend on their performance. So they need to set KPIs. They need to be set goals, and if they have achieved that, the company can pay according to that one. So for example, it can be 10 houses per one salesperson, or it can be 1 billion rupees per month likewise. Then as I described earlier, so as the top management, you need to have a good understanding about the sales pipeline. And then Microsoft has provided an industry standard business process to achieve this one. So I'll get my last example, the housing construction company. Okay, and think that the customers want to buy a house. Then what they do, if you have a website, right, then they go to the website, and then they select what type of the house that they need to buy, and they send say they fill out the contact us form there, or else they will send you a direct mail, or else they can directly call you, or else they can meet a sales representative and meet face to face and discuss these details directly. But anyhow, we need to track this data. So when we get a customer who is interested in our product, right, we call that a lead. This is the first that word that we need to learn, that it's lead. A lead is a customer who is interested in our products, but they have not decided whether to buy or not, right? Then what we do, then we have this data, and what the salesperson interact with these customers, and they call to the client, and they send mails, they interact with various ways. And then what we do, if when that salesperson understand that this guy is going to have a good potential and they are ready to buy something from us, then what he do, he qualified that lead. When the lead is qualified, right, the system create an opportunity. So right now we have an opportunity. The opportunity means that this is more likely to win a project or win something, right? That now we see opportunity. Now we are in that stage. So then what we do, we add more details, we interact with him more, and we get more details, like exactly which kind of a house you need, and the rooms that you need, that what are the other features that need, and we can add those data to there, and we can create a code for that customer. Then if the customer is happy with the code, so we can go to the order, and then we can go to the invoice likewise. Then I'm planning to show the things that I explained you with a demo. So these are the keywords that I used when I am explaining these things, and I will explain one by one these keywords and the things I explain you with a demo. The first keyword I like to introduce is the next thing is accounts. So think that accounts, each of these things, right? Accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, quotes, orders, invoices, each one of these, think these are as the tables in a SQL database, right? And these are the views, right? You know that each and every table has a view. Exactly the same thing, same concept here. If you are a developer and think in that manner, right? These are the SQL. Actually, yeah, account is a table a table which has a minimum of 98 fields in the system. Likewise, so in the backend, actually there's a table, and the front end you are getting a nice view and show you the views. So these are the views, and I will explain one opening by one record, and you can see the things that I explain you. It has the data inside here. So then I will tell you what's an account, right? In Dynamics CRM, account is not a bank account. Account means an organization which interact with the customers, or the not the customers, the business. It can be with customers, it can be with our organization, whatever. It's an organization. The accounts means the organizations. The accounts may have contacts, right? So I will go to the contacts and say what a contact is. A contact means a person who is interacting with the business. So all of these things, the accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, we call these things entities. Think the word entity is used for the word, the data table in SQL terms. So we call these entities. So the next entity is contact. If you go to a contact, it means that it's a person. That thing, that a person who is coming to your business as a single person or a person, and he's telling that you need to buy a house. So if someone says, a manager from a company and comes to you and say that he needs to buy a house, how we manage this? So we create an account as well as a contact, and then we add an account to his company, and we link that account and the contact both to that one. That's how we manage that one, that scenario. And the next thing I like to introduce, the activities. So the activity is not a single entity. So the activities can be many, related to many things. For example, it can be emails, so it can be messages, it can be phone calls, everything. So we show everything in this activity timeline here. So those are the activities. And then I describe you what's a lead earlier. So this is a lead. So I will open this lead, and if you go to this lead, so we can see the topic. Okay, so we can add this data here. So the type of the lead, that what he's trying to buy from us, it's work-based, item-based, likewise. So we can configure all of these things, and the name of him, likewise. And again, the next important thing that you need to need, if it's a red star, it means it's a business required field. As if it is blue cross, it means it's a business recommended field, not a business required field. It means better to fill that field, but you can keep it empty or the null values. So it's like this. And then the next thing, a competitors. I like to introduce its competitors. What's a competitor? Like when you talk to a customer, you can understand, you can ask that you whether you look for other housing plans, or did you went to other vendors, and did you see anything interesting? And if he said so, we can track those competitors here, because in the business, when you're going further, so if you can identify which competitors are more threat to you, likewise, as well as we can we are going through the process, or if we qualify this lead, or if we disqualify, and as well as if we an opportunity, so we can track it against the competitors, so we know that to against which competitors later we are going to lose these things, and we know the risk, and we can manage it later. And then this nice looking thing that we call these things business process flows in Dynamics 365. You can move one by one, navigate, and then now you can see that we are in which state you are in, right? When you click that one, it shows the fields that you need to fill out, and then if you need, you can go to the next stage likewise. And then I'm going to qualify this lead. If I qualify this lead, what it will do is it will create, right? It will ask, so if you need to match to account or anything, so you can match, because if it is an existing customer or contact, you can match. Otherwise, what it will do is, so you have filled the company details, so it will create account for that one, as well as if you have filled the first name, last name, these things, so it will create a contact. So here we have filled both, so it will create both account and a contact if I did not fill these things and continue. Likewise, you have the features, and it will automatically create you an opportunity. And you can see now we have created the opportunity, and now we are in the opportunity. As well as you can see that we have passed the qualified stage, and we have come to the developer stage. And then you can see we have any stakeholders, we can add the stakeholders, likewise, so sales person, these details you can fill out there, as well as, so you can develop a stage, mean that now you are talking to the customer and develop this opportunity. And then you can go to the next stage. It means that when you are trying to propose, so now you know the details, and then the products, you can add the products that client who is planning to buy. So you can add these things, add products, but I'm not going to add any of these things. It will take some time. So what I will do is I will get an opportunity with products to show you. Then I described you what is an opportunity earlier. So this opportunity, you can see that these are the activities which are involved, so can be in the stages, as well as so products. I'm going to show you some products which are available. I'm trying to get an opportunity with the products to show you. Okay, this is one products. Right, okay, so I will add few and show you. Rather find this, and it will save the time, because we don't have much time. All opportunities. So I will get an open one, and now I can add products. But okay, here we have one with products. So you can see the products are added there, so you can edit them as well if you need. And if you have allowed to edit those things, you can set these things in configurations. And then in the proposal stage, right now, what you can do is you can create a code for this one. So this has already created a code. If I click new code, so what will happen is it will create the code with the existing details, and it will create a code for you. So you can see the code is created, that the code lines which are inherited from that your opportunity, and they are added to here as well. So now it has created code lines as well, and this is how a code can be created. Apart from that, we can go for the other things as well, but before that one, I will go back and show how we can close as won or close as lost. If you click close as lost, so it will ask, so that, as I can say, if it is against a competitor, you can select those things, and you can add a description as well as close as lost, and if as you can close this as one. And I'm not going to show you all those things, and we have a lot of features, and you can do a lot of customizations, but I'm not going to go through that one, and I come to the slides or my presentation again, because we are running through the time. Right. Next demo, I'm going to show you how we can configure these things. So first I show you how this process goes on, and now then we need to configure these things. So I will show you some of the basic configurations and basic concepts here. One of the main concept is the product catalog, right? In many businesses, they sell either a product or a service. So whether if it is a service, we can measure it in time or as a service value, uh, as well as oil. Also, it's a if it's an item, so you can measure it, or you can sell as quantity wise. So anyway, you can cost it and create a product catalog for this one. So that's what we call a product catalog. So in Dynamics, we can create a structure, a pricing model, as well as taxi model, and the discounts, and change these things according to the territory they are. Likewise, so we can configure those things. And then the other thing is products that I say, product families. The things that we sell, those are products, either service or item. But then the next thing comes to product families. The product family is something, the products which are in the same category, or which differed from some of the few of the properties. So this is actually the inheritance concept. If you have a parent product, and then you are creating a child product, and then this is a product family, and then you are inheriting the product properties there. So you can change the child properties there, but you are inheriting those things. Then we go to the product bundles. Product bundles, as an example, right? If you go to the supermarket, you see that when you buy two soaps, you will get a free toothbrush. Or else, if you get 4 soaps, you will get a discount of 10 rupees. Likewise, so the same concepts we have in Dynamics. So we can group the products which are not in the same category, and we can bundle them and sell. So this is where the product bundles comes in. Then the next one is the price list. So think that we need to manage the product price according to the territory or the time. For example, I will get 2 Sri Lankan examples to show you, right? From month to month, we get a new gadget. From day to day, we get a new gadget, and the price of the rice change day by day, right? For a week, you get the first gadget, and the rice price goes to 92 rupees, and the next week or in a couple of days it will go to 98, and then again it comes to 96. But the product has not changed, only the value has changed according to the time. So you can configure these things without changing the product. That's why we need price list, as well as for the territories, right? Think like this. The least price at Norelia, it's 20 rupees. Right now it comes to Colombo. Now it's 120 rupees. Again, think that the territory has changed, the product price has changed, but the product is the same thing. So this is what the product price list. So I will go to the demo and show you these things very quickly. And the time is passing, so I have to run through these things. And then I go to the app settings. Here, I'm not going to go through these settings, and I will come to the product catalog, and I'm not going to describe you these settings. So there are some settings that you can use, and this is the families and products. So if you see this mark, it means it's a product family, otherwise it's a product, right? Here you can see, right? I'll get this one as an example, and you can see the product or the product family has the details, as well as decimal supports, likewise, and then all of these things as a default price list. And then the default unique wise, you have more details and the product properties. So there might be product properties here, those are not available, you can add, and then you create another child product in the hierarchy, so it will inherit those things, and you can change those things. And if I want to see the hierarchy, so you just click the hierarchy, and if it is in according to hierarchy, it will show a nice diagram that you can understand by looking at the diagrams. I know you are familiar with these diagrams since we're IT people, so I'm not going to describe these things further on this one. And then go to the price list. Okay, I explained the things earlier. And if I go to the price list, if I click from the product also, it will navigate me here, but I came from price list. And the role prices, there are the things that you can further understand later, that these are the role prices. It means that lead have a separate price, and then even a consultant has separate price likewise. That's why the role prices, role price markups, likewise you have several things. And if we have defined the territories, it shows these relationships as well. So this is the main thing that I need to show you. As well as if you go to a products, I'll show it will have this minute product properties, as well as it has related product bundles, relationships, and everything. And right, again I'll quickly rush out from this one. Even this section I can explain you hours, and these are a lot of things that you need to learn, but I'm showing that we have these capabilities. And then we can, if someone is interested, we can discuss more and learn more and do according to that one. Right, I will move to my next slide. And this is my last demo that I'm going to show you, and show these things. Here I'm going to describe you about the sales goals. This is the place where you set goals and KPIs for a manager, or a salesperson, or or an employee likewise. To see how much achieve, we can set up roll-up fields. There are kind of things that we need to know the roll-up fields. Then we can see the actuals, the target, how much in progress, the metrics like that. So in out of the box, I have used the word out of the box several times. In CRM, out of the box means in Microsoft 12, not in CRM. In the out of the box mean which the capabilities which are available from the product, right? Out of the box, we get three types of matrix apart from matrix. So, but we can add as the matrix as much as possible. We need the things that call matrix that we are having is a number of the out of the box matrix that we are having is number of cases, number of product units, and the revenue. If the number of cases, mostly this comes with the case management. If you have case management module, you can see that these are the quantities, right? That cases or units you can get as a number. So you have sell 10 houses, you have resolved 10 cases likewise. And when it comes to revenue, the roll-up goes with the money field, and we have the money type field, so it goes with the money. And I will go to the demo and show you quickly. Now again, there is a section performance management. So here we have goal settings, and these are the roll of recurrences frequency and these things. Because if you roll up set roll up, so it don't need, the roll ups means that those things don't need to quickly calculate these things, and it will recurring according to the time we configure. And the goals, the next thing I explain you. I'm not going to create, and I will get the examples from the existing record, the sample records, and show you. And so if you go to the goals, you can see that these goals are available. For example, you can give a name, and as well as you can set the goal metric, whether it's revenue, it's likewise. And then if you have a parent goal, you can set that goal as well as if you go to the then the goal owner. Who is the goal owner? Goal owner means that this person has owns the goal, and if the manager and the goal owner are different, it means this has a hierarchy. I will explain you that one as well. So the time period. So time period, it's a financial period or it can be a custom period. If you select a custom period, you can define it as you need. If it is a custom period, you can select which quarter it is. That's and as well as the year. So if it is a custom, you can select custom periods, and then you can set the target. This is the target because this target gets as money because I have set it as revenue, the goal matrix. Then the actual. So actual, these are the things which will automatically calculate when you want the opportunities. It will show that in progress means active opportunities you have, and percentage activators comes according to these percentage from the actual and the target, and the actual money means that how much you have won at the moment, right? Then we have goal criterias and a few more things. So I will go to the goal metrics before going to other things due to the time restrictions. These are the first three. These are the three goal metrics that I mentioned. You can create the one as well. If I go to the revenue one, the one we said that here we define that its type is money, the name is amount data type likewise, and the roll-up fields. Sorry, the roll-up field. Right here we define the roll-up from roll-up fields. What's the field that we get the calculation from? Here we said that in the opportunity entity we get the actual revenue value from the won opportunities, as well as in progress how you get from open opportunities to that person. As well as I forgot to show you in the goals, all goals. Again, here you can filter. These goals can be seen from the top management according to the hierarchy, right? If you are a manager and you can see your goal and your underline salesperson's goals, and if you are at a top management, you can see all the goals. Likewise, you can set all these things from security profiles, and again setting those things and everything, it's another topic to cover for hours, so I am not going to go further for that one. And here if you have set child goals, it means you are adding the child goal. For example, if you are a manager and you have a $50,000 goal, and now you have 3 salesperson, so you can say 3 salesperson values there. So it means that 3 salesperson use assign each 15,000 as a goal. So those 3 comes under here, and then if they achieve that one, you get 45,000 from that one, and the next one as well as think that you can do the same, so you can achieve from the other rest from your opportunities. So you can set up those hierarchies like that. But since the time has passed, as I promised, I will try to finish this within 45 minutes. And if I did not show you the dashboard before finishing, it's a I think it's something I need to complete, so I will get a couple of minutes to show you the dashboard. This is again out of the box dashboard that we get, and you can customize these things as you want, as you can create the dashboards as you need, as well as so for example, if you have knowledge in Power BI or something, you can create the dashboards and add it here, or even custom dashboards with JavaScript and jQuery also you can create and add here. It doesn't matter, you are allowed to do those things. And if you the nice thing of these dashboard charts that I will show you, that if you click these things, that now you have the advertisement, so you get the open leads, and then from open leads here I got the sales pipeline, but any chart you can select. I got this because this has 4D more details. So You can filter by account manager, and you need to get by another chart. Right here, all up to the same manager. Likewise, you can get more details, and you can change this drill down and view the data as you wish. As well as you can configure these things further. I'll get back to the slides again to wrap up my session. And these are some Microsoft references that I have added for you to refer in the future, and you can go through and understand a lot of things. I think I have given you a brief, real small percentage of the things, and it's actually overall idea. I think you might get an overall idea of the sales module, but if you need to go further deep, you need to understand a lot of things, and there are so many customizations that you can. Even I didn't show you how to change a field position, how to hide a field. Likewise, so you have a lot of things you can do the customizations with no coding solutions. You can implement so many things, and with the coding, if you are a developer, so the amount and the depth that you can go, that I can't describe. So you can do a lot of things. If you attend to a Dihan's session, I think you might have a good idea about that one as well. So it's time to wrap up. So I'd like to give a chance to anyone who is interested to ask any questions. Otherwise, you can contact me later, or as well as so I can answer you anytime. And if anyone is interested in a particular area, so we can go further. I have shown you only the functional aspect, but none of the development aspect. So we will try to cover up these things in future sessions as your interest. So it's your time. I'll give a minute to check whether there are any questions. No questions. So I'd like to wrap up the session here. Right. Thank you very much for you all to attend.
Okay. Thank you, Thusitha, for that knowledge adding session. Thank you, everyone, for taking part. Have a nice day.